Are you struggling with the motivation to do your sexuality practices or intimacy practices, or heck, even engaging intimately with your partner? I got you covered. Hi, this is Liana, Holistic Intimacy Coach. Welcome back to my channel. Here, I help you get your orgasmic intimacy. Before I get into this topic, I want to remind you the two big resources that you have, aside from the huge amount of stuff that I have here on this channel. That's Get Your Orgasmic Intimacy ebook. This one is a strategic tool. You don't have to read it from cover to cover. You can skip straight to the topic that interests you. You get my coaching insights. Sometimes that is a mind opener on its own. You get micro experiments. That's the equivalent of homework in coaching. And sometimes you also get coaching anecdotes. These are clients that have struggled with the same issues and how they dealt with them. And the second tool is the Sex Dojo. Those are online programs where we do practices, sheer, pure practices. We discuss very concretely, palpably, pragmatically. You are invited to join along. Most of them are show-me-based practices, and you get to do them and embody them following along. So let's get back to motivation now. So you're struggling to have a pleasure regimen or a sexuality practice regimen or just a sexual exploration. Maybe you bought some toys or accessories. Maybe you've learned a few practices, and you still don't use them. You don't embody them somehow in your life. Well, the first thing that you can do is obviously look at motivation. What is your bigger context and how do you relate to that? Yes, you always start with that unless you have somebody to push you from behind to do stuff. But even in that situation, if the person is really good, they will look at where are you overall and why is this tool right now needed for you. The why is extremely important. You can't really have anything sustainable or in the long run, you can't have growth or transformation or breakthrough without proper motivation. So why are you doing this? I'm going to give you 3 of the most common stuff that I've seen, but rest assured you can have a combination of those very well. So the first one, you've guessed it, are the people that are going through crises. So they stand to lose an intimate relationship they actually want and they love the other person. And they can't stand the idea of losing that. That's the moment where people are naturally wired, even the less ambitious ones, they are naturally wired to do all sorts of things that they would have never done before. And I'm not talking abusive things or just detrimental to their health, psycho-emotional well-being things. I'm talking about exploration and learning new things, embodying new stuff. You can call them the comfortable or lazy people that they couldn't be bothered. In that situation, they can be bothered and they will bother themselves, on their own initiative. Usually this kind of motivation doesn't last for long for many reasons. Number one, it actually consumes a lot of nervous energy and you're going to burn yourself out pretty soon. Secondly, it's really a huge stress that you're putting on your body. All that fear and anxiety that you're going to lose the other person is not going to lead to a good health. So unless that kind of inner biochemistry is resolved, you can stand to see your health deprecating. That's not good. Nobody will recommend that. Every good facilitator will look at, okay, you need to relax and calm down, because when you're stressed out, wired, anxious, with a lot of adrenaline running through your system, you can't exactly embody the bliss and ecstasy and the beauty and the juicy, inviting, succulent version of yourself that will actually save your relationship. Obviously, the other person, if they see you like that, they will not be turned on by you. That's why I say that this one is a short term, and it should be short term. Okay, you've had a red alert, your entire system took note of that, and then you start to calm down and work from a different place. The second type or place is actually the place where you're more structured. So you have motivation to learn something new, to embody something new, but you're also disciplined, calm. So you have a strategy there and you have an entire setting that will support you to do that. You're not just stressing yourself out, working yourself out, and just, dying there. So either discipline or the power of habits, if you've had and if you've cultivated habits in your life to do practices, whether early in the morning, whether late at night, or sometime during the day, any kind of moment that you have for yourself, if that you've grown into that, it will help you to sustain growth, especially in places where you're not comfortable or not used to doing. So they will help you in a more sustainable way. Those are the people that I love the most. I love working with them. Not that they didn't have a crisis. It's just that they've somehow overcome that, and they work in a sustained, grounded, applied, pragmatic and persistent manner. That's the one that is ideal for anything, including your erotic transformation, or your just bringing more beauty in your life, because maybe you don't have a crisis, but it is also possible to do that with a less, the minimum amount of motivation. And the third case is actually the people that don't have a crisis. Some of them might not even have a partner, but they realize that they can do at this very moment, for whatever reason, it's the right moment in their lives, to learn new things, to embody a new version of themselves. And they are willing to put in the effort. And they don't get, demotivated just because it doesn't happen overnight. Just because it's not a breakthrough and, 180-degree transformation right from session 1, 2, or day 1, 2. So those are the grounded and highly motivated in a grounded way people to explore, to grow in a relaxed, organic-paced way. If that's you, then just know that that's the best, the absolute best way to do anything, including in your intimate life. So this video was also inspired by, the ladies that I have now in the Sex Dojo, some of them. And I've had a session with them. They were struggling also with motivation. So guess what we did? Practice. Just the smallest kind, breath work. So I'm going to do this right now with you. If you don't resonate with this, you can just, remain with everything that you've gotten so far. However, just know that this is practice, and this is what it might look like in a very simple and non-demanding way. So what we're going to do is inhale and exhale through the mouth, and we're going to do this 15 times. You're going to get dizzy. I'm going to warn you with that. You're also going to feel that your throat gets dry. Not to worry, you can stop, swallow, and then, start breathing back with me. Whatever you do, you don't finish until I'm done. Okay, so that being said, let's start. Woo! That was 15 breaths. I gotta tell you, I'm a bit dizzy. And I'm also seeing super intensely, like the colors that I'm seeing right now just on the screen and around the phone, extremely, extremely vivid. So yeah, that's what I call getting oxygen high. And that's the very foundation, basis of doing breath work. Now what we're going to do is also, in case you're feeling dizzy, what we're going to do is just touch, where you feel most intensely. yawning like I did right now. It's also gonna reduce the tension, by the way. And what we're also gonna do is we're gonna tap. We're gonna tap on our heads. Okay, it's gonna sound a bit, funny, but this will get the blood moving. Okay. By the way, ladies, if you do this tapping on your scalp, it's also good for for activating blood flow in your scalp, so it's good for your hair. Gentlemen, if you care about your hair, sure. Anyway, whenever you do a practice that gets you dizzy, taps, you can do them with the tips of your fingers, you can do them with the knuckles of your fingers also, so it will go like this. The idea is that you somehow activate blood flow in the entire body and you get back to a grounded self, okay? And if taps are just, too much for you, you can do strokes. But try to do them a bit more firm. You need to really activate the blood, so you will squeeze a bit more intensely. To activate, again, blood flow in your body, and you pay attention to other body parts, that's how you get yourself more grounded. Dizziness is gonna go away pretty soon. Okay, so basically that was a very, very quick practice just for motivation. Let me know how this was for you. Was it super hard? Did you stick with me till the end? I would love to know if you did so. Drop me a comment below. Also, if you want more intense practices, then check out the practices playlist that I have on this channel. And again, check out the ebook. This will solve a lot of your questions and curiosities, or even things that you're stuck with. There's a lot of value that you can extract out of that book, and you don't have to read it from cover to cover. And the other resource, the Sex Dojo, where you get to do practices once a week, not just the stuff that I have here on the channel. Those are more intense. So you get to buy your own toy kit with toys. You don't buy it from me, you buy it from wherever you live, but you get to use that in the practices that we do. So that is more advanced stuff. So that being said, I would love to know if you feel more motivated, if you want more motivation, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.